Looking to craft your own rituals but aren't sure where to begin? Let's discuss. Hi, I'm Christine Dostie. I'm the CEO and founder of Sacred Vitality, and I'm here to inspire you to learn to love yourself more and get into the deeper work that's going to help you feel more like you. So, rituals, I love them. I think they're amazing. They are a very profound way to engage with your inner world and align your energy so that you can co-create a reality that you love. Let's say that you are new to ritual and perhaps you're intimidated and you're not sure where to begin. Let's go over this. Rituals can be done any time of day. They can be very simple as picking up a glass of water and blessing it, or they can be more elaborate with multiple steps involved. If you would like to do something more elaborate, the first place to begin is to have a purpose. Are you looking for a new job? Are you calling in a new lover or friend? Are you trying to open up an opportunity? Or are you trying to release something, a bad habit, negative mindset, a pattern, something that you no longer want to have going on in your life? Are you attempting to create more courage so that you can have a challenging or difficult conversation? You can do a ritual for literally anything because we're talking about energy. Remember that we are energetic beings here having a physical experience. And when we engage in ritual, we're taking the spiritual essence of ourselves and marrying it to something on the physical plane with the idea that we're metaphorically and physically realigning our energies, adjusting our energies. And that could look like closing trajectories, calling back our energy, opening other portals and doors and opportunities, and just attempting to remove any kind of blocks to keep us in alignment with the goals of what we want to create. So we need a purpose. What is it that we are going to create a ritual for? We're not going to just do it because it's Sunday and it's a beautiful day. I mean, maybe you are, but we have to have some kind of goal in mind that will help focus our attention, because that's what we're doing in ritual. We're going to raise and charge up energy for an intention, and then we're going to release it. So after you have the reason that you are going to perform your ritual, whether it's to get in better physical shape or create some new adventure in your life, whatever it is, now you have your goal in mind, your desire in mind. And the next thing that I like to do is do a little research. I'm going to go look for correspondences. I like to get into herbs and oils, flowers. Sometimes I'll go on a found walk and I'll just see what the universe has to say to me. I might take some time to meditate. I might use a pendulum. I'm definitely going to pull some cards to ask questions. All of this is whatever your process is, so that you can begin to see what is the vibration, the energetic frequency of the thing you are trying to get in alignment with, your goal, of course. And why are we doing this? Because in order to make room for something new, we're going to have to do some inner work, some reorganization, some inner deep clean, if you will, or not necessarily deep, but we're going to have to do some inner cleaning so that we can remove what is no longer needed and make space for the something new. And of course, it's always a good idea to have a regular energetic hygiene practice, because nature doesn't like a void, and we can hold so much, and well, we can hold as much as we want, but if we have too much stacked on top of it, it becomes like a barrier to the thing that we're trying to acquire, right? The new thing. And oftentimes, while you're engaging in this process of preparing for your ritual and seeking out the frequencies, you might get calls from old friends or exes, or something that was from your past is suddenly going to come up. Those are wonderful things to pay attention to, because those are telling you that that's ready to energetically be released, and it might be a little ingredient to consider. And what's the story around it? What's the pattern, the energetic pattern, the program, the emotions, right? Where is that we can release and let go? Next, I like to choose, what am I going to work with the elements? So after I've been listening and reading cards, I might get the idea that I'm working with fire. So I'm going to focus on something, or I'm going to destroy something because that's fire. And there's a lot of transformation. Or perhaps I want to work with water. I want to channel something towards me, or I want to divert it away from me, right? Or with earth, do I want to embody something, or do I want to abstract something? And with air, am I calling something in towards me? Could we use our vocals, air, or am I banishing it and sending it away? And maybe it's a combination of all those. It's your choice, right? These are just things that I consider when I'm going to do ritual, because we can't just show up and do ritual. There are some steps, right? It's an inner process as much as it is an external process. So we've gotten clear on our goals. We've listened. We've kind of accumulated resources so that we can be well resourced when we go and do our ritual. And we've decided what elements we might be working with, and we're getting a little more clarity and refinement into what is it that we're doing. Why is it that we're doing it? And what is the potential, the outcomes, right? And perhaps we're learning through this process what deeper shadow work we might need to engage with in order to clear out and make room for the new. Then when we actually get to the next step, we're going to take all those pieces, and now we're going to decide, is my ritual to burn something? I love burning things. I'm a fire person, so I love writing papers and putting them in cauldrons and setting it all on fire. Am I going to plant a seed? Am I going to make a spell jar? Am I going to just bless a talisman or some jewelry that I'm going to wear? Am I going to write out a rune or create a sigil or a combination of all these things? Now we're going to start playing with what is the physical thing that we want to do, the kind of end result product, the crafty, fun part. Again, you can sit and listen to decide what that might be, but dealer's choice, whatever you're feeling called to do. There literally is no right or wrong way to do this. It is just what's going to work best for you in this moment. Then with your ingredients and your container of how you're going to put it in, if you are a wordsy person, you can create a rhyming spell that goes with it. If you are not, this is okay too. You can just write an affirmation. If you're going an intention, an affirmation, put it in present tense, use the highest vibe words that you can think of, and have a lot of gratitude in what you're saying. Those are all wonderful little combinations. And when you go to gather your ingredients, if you found that you were drawn to, let's say, yarrow or a certain herb or a stone that you don't actually possess, you do not need to go out and buy these things. It's the frequency of the energy that we are using and connecting with and amplifying what we're doing. So you could literally write the name of it on a piece of paper, get a picture of it. I have cards that are crystal cards, so I might just use the card instead of the actual crystal if I don't have it at the time. You do not need to be fancy. It just needs to be effective. And sometimes when we try to be fancy, that prevents us from the doing of it, which of course, then we have no opportunity to be effective. So gather your actual materials or your written down frequency of them, spend some time with it, allow yourself to saturate it, and then you're going to create a protective circle or sacred space, light a candle. I like to call in the elements. Just, I'm in a bubble of love, really come to present. The whole point being that we're going to change our state of reality, and we're going to leave out the mundane. We're going to leave out for just a second all the to-dos, all the people calling our names, everything, this is ritual itself can be very fast. This is not like an elaborate thing. The actual ritual can take less than 5 minutes. It's the preparation that is going to help you really charge up and make a wonderful ritual. So you create a sacred space, you light your candles, your incense, you call in all of your materials, your spirit guides, whoever you want. And then you just speak some gratitude. You state out loud what your purpose is. You read your thing. And inside that sacred space, you can make your spell jar or burn your stuff or whatever it is that you decided was going to be the act of what you were going to do. And prior to doing it, you're going to imagine, sometimes I dance or I just shake my hands or I move around. You want to charge up the energy of all this stuff that you've been building in the back of your mind, consciously and subconsciously, all the things you're going to draw in and embody and release, or whatever it is that you decided to do. You're going to charge up all that energy, and then you're going to do the thing, whatever you've done. And in the doing of the thing, you're going to imagine that it was like that energy just gets sent out to the universe in all directions, all space, and all time. And voila, ritual complete. You have put your message out to the universe. Now the energy will begin to decrease, lessen off. You will say thank you. You will blow out your candles. You will put your incense away. You will thank your guides, close your circle, whatever you were doing. Just put your hand on your heart, just smile, whatever it works for you. There's really, again, it's up to you. And play, right? That's the whole point. Play. You are an energetic being, so go have fun with that. And then go drink and eat something because you're also a physical being and you just exerted a lot of energy, maybe not physical energy, but emotional and spiritual and mental energy. So make sure you go and re-nourish your body. So I hope that that is helpful and gets you excited about going and making your own rituals, and throw any comments below if there's anything else that you're looking for. And I will see you in the next one.